You gonna let me do your dosing this morning? Come here. Yeah, you're a good boy. What was your problem yesterday? You wouldn't let me do it at all. You're a mess. Been in all them burrs. Hey everybody. Most of you know, my name is Mark Stewart. And this is Hamish. Hamish is my 14-year-old Scottish Highland. We hadn't posted a video in a while. A lot of people were wondering if something happened to us, or something happened to Hamish or Kyloe, or what was going on. So I promised to do a video for you guys and let y'all know what was going on, clear up some of the confusion. Where we went is pretty simple. We didn't go anywhere. The reason we stopped posting, honestly, is because I got depressed. It wasn't just all the crap that happened with Facebook. It wasn't just Facebook that was the issue. We lost 3 of our dogs last year. So that got me down. The issues with Facebook got me down. And it wasn't just any one thing, it was a combination of a bunch of things. And I guess over time it built up, and I got depressed. It was just, like I said, it was a combination of Facebook and, things here at home, and just a combination of everything. Along with losing our Facebook page, we lost most of our income. I told a buddy of mine, I said it's kind of like being 60 years old and having the greatest job in the world. You love what you do. You love the people you work with. I've made some dear, close friends. And then all of a sudden some asshole comes in and says you're fired for no reason. And the next thing you know, you're being escorted out the door, and your coworkers don't really want to talk to you anymore. The people that you kind of grew to love. A lot of them stop coming around, or you just lose contact with them. And I understand everybody's got their own life, and they got other things they need to do and want to do. You know, it just seems like it, you know, kind of all happened at the same time. So I wound up having to go back to work part-time to be able to pay bills and things. And you know, the more I worked, the more I was in pain because of my back. But there's not a whole lot I could do about that. So, just everything combined, you know, I didn't really feel like doing videos. Of course, when you got livestock, you can't really just say, okay, I'm depressed now, I'm not going to do anything but lay on the couch watching Price is Right and eating ice cream. You still got to go and take care of these guys and everything. But it did take the joy out of doing the videos for you guys. You know, one of the reasons I started doing it is to be able to share these guys with all y'all and, you know, the rest of the world. And when you go from 250,000 followers down to 700, you know, it kind of kills your motivation a little bit. And like I said, it just, you know, it kind of killed the fun, the joy out of doing the videos for you guys. You know, I didn't really want to do much more than I needed to, you know, make sure these guys were okay. You know, the rest of the time I was trying to do what I could to keep this place from falling apart and not having a whole lot of success with it. You know, but I'm trying. We're still fighting. You know, I know a lot of you guys suffer from depression or have been depressed at some point. You know, so you guys know a little bit better about what I'm talking about. You know, if you've never had depression, it's hard for a lot of people to understand. Where do we stand now? Well, other than behind a cow's ass, you know, right now we're kind of plodding along the best we can. These guys are, watch your foot, Hamish. You're stepping on the toy. Come on, get off. Don't lean into me, buddy. Oh, come on, Hamish. Good boy. Kyloe is still having issues with his leg. And now, unfortunately, Hamish also has a stifle injury. You know, that would be the hip area of his leg. Now, I don't know if he stepped in a hole or got kicked by a horse or what happened. I did contact his vet up at Virginia Tech, and she ordered him some meloxicam, you know, wanted me to try that for about a week and see if that helped any. Which it has helped some, but not a whole lot. So I don't know what we're gonna do about that. I'm sure she's gonna wanna have me bring him back up to Virginia Tech so they can take a look at him. You know, which I wouldn't mind, except, you know, now I can't pay for it. You know, one of the good things that happened to us last year was, you know, it's always been a dream of mine to be able to have a farm pond. You know, and there was an old site down below where a farm pond used to be, but over the decades it had long since filled in and, you know, silted over and things like that. Well, we finally had a guy come in and dig it out for us. And it was great. I loved it. You know, it was beautiful. We went ahead and put some fish in it. And then one day, about 2 months ago, I realized that the dam was leaking at a pretty heavy rate. If anybody ever goes to have a farm pond dug, there is one thing that you absolutely have to have, and that is making sure that the guy who's digging it knows what the hell he's doing. Because the guy that I had digging it was using the brush and trees as a base so that his excavator wouldn't sink into the mud. Unfortunately, when he built the dam, he left all the sticks and brush in place. Well, when sticks and brush and things like that deteriorate, you know, they leave these big holes where there should be water retaining clay. So the dam started leaking pretty good. And it's not one of those things where, you know, I could have just left it and said, well, we tried, and that's that. You know, at this point, it was already full. What's up, Kyloe? And if that dam had burst or broken through, and, you know, somehow destroyed something downstream, I don't think there's anything down there that it could have done, but, you know, there's always a chance. But if anything had happened, you know, I could be held liable for it. So I knew it was something that I had to take care of. Unfortunately, the easiest and cheapest way to fix it was to move the dam, build a new one, you know, properly. So we had to get another guy in here to fix it, which pretty much took the last of my savings. You know, I was trying to save money to fix my truck. So that, like I said, that pretty much wiped out all the savings I had. You know, so that's where we are. Kathy's fine. The pigs are good. The goats are good. The horses are good. I think Hamish and Kyloe and I are just getting old. You know, they both got health issues that I'd love to be able to take care of. But, you know, right now it's just not something that I can do. No matter how bad I want to. You know, everything else has been put on hold. My depression, you know, I think it's still there. You know, it's getting better. You know, I know a lot of people love medication, and, you know, pills are the only way to get through it for them. And, you know, I got no judgment on them. That's fine. You know, it's not for me, I guess. I don't know. So it is getting better. You know, I know that I just kind of dropped off the face of the planet, you know, without a word to you guys. You know, I don't know what to tell you about that. I feel bad about it. I didn't like doing it, but like I said earlier, you know, doing the videos for you guys, I just couldn't find the joy in it like I used to. So I just quit. You know, I had more going on, and, you know, it was all I could do to figure out those issues, you know. So, but yeah, I'm still working on it. You know, most of the issues are still there, unfortunately. You know, I think mine is starting to fade somewhat, where I'm just, you know, resign myself to, you know, this is the way it is, sort of thing. So my brain just takes over and says, all right, this is the new normal. So I'm still unhappy with Facebook. You know, I'm not so much depressed about it anymore. I'm angry. I'm very angry about the whole thing. You know, before I was upset, you know, things like that. Now I'm just pissed off. You know, and the problem with being pissed off is there's usually not a whole lot you can do about it. You know, being pissed off at Facebook's not really going to change anything. I had considered at one point not posting to Facebook anymore, you know, and only posting to our YouTube channel. But, you know, I know there's a lot of people on Facebook that used to follow us. And I've talked to some of them that, you know, a lot of them don't do YouTube, you know, they'd rather stick to Facebook where they can see their friends and relatives and shit like that. You gotta quit moving around so much, buddy. Anyway, so yeah, I didn't think it was really fair to stop posting to Facebook. You know, if I was going to keep posting to YouTube and Instagram, you know, may as well go ahead and post to Facebook anyway. So, in a nutshell, it's a pretty big nutshell though. That's where we've been. That's what happened. You know, we're okay for the most part. We're still struggling, but most of you guys are too. So. Alright, buddy. Till you get out of this mud, that's about as clean as you're going to get. but I know you guys have been worried. You know, I've gotten a lot of messages and questions and, you know, things like that, asking if we're okay, and, you know, I didn't want to post a video like this one, you know, bitching about Facebook and YouTube and things like that, because, you know, nobody wants to get on the internet in the morning and listen to some other guy bitch about his issues, you know, when you're sitting there trying to figure out your own. And, you know, if I didn't have fun doing it, you know, if I couldn't get a little bit of joy out of doing the videos, you know, I know you guys would have seen that. And, you know, I just didn't want to do that. You know, like I said, it just wasn't fun anymore. I mean, I'm doing what I can to keep our spirits up. You know, I did have one lady ask me how tall he was, how tall Hamish was. And I thought it was an odd question. I've never been asked how tall he is. You know, people ask me what he weighs and things like that, but never about his height. Well, I'm standing right beside his front feet, and I'm 6 foot tall. So his front shoulder is probably 5.5 feet. You know, his hook is back here, probably about 5 foot. So, yeah, he's a big boy. See how he's moving his leg? That's a stifle injury. I know, buddy. I know. So we're going to have to figure that out and see what we can come up with. You know, we're trying to figure out how to get along here without a lot of the stuff that we normally use. The tractor's working for right now, but it's got issues with its front end, again, as always. So I'm trying to nurse it, you know, as much as I can, not use it any more than I have to. Unfortunately, our ATV, the four-wheeler that we use here, that's also dead. We had electrical issues first, and then we had mechanical issues, and now we're back to having electrical issues. So, pulled it into the garage, and it's just been sitting there for 4 months. You know, I'm going to do my best to keep making videos for you guys. You know, these guys still have a lot to offer the world, I think. You know, there's still people out there who don't know what a Scottish Highland is. You know, they certainly don't know these guys. You know, so I'm not done yet. It's you know, I just had to take some time and, you know, find my way back first. So, like I said, hopefully we're going to keep doing the videos and get back on track. I don't know if I've got another 12 or 13 years left to, you know, rebuild our page, but, you know, we'll give it a shot and see what happens. But I did want to thank you guys for your care and concern and, you know, all of that. Quit fussing. I'm just looking at your horn. Anyway, so that's where we're at, where we stand, what's been going on. As always, I appreciate everything. And hopefully we'll see you guys real soon. Alright.